Oh, yeah, my mic was mute. My mic was muted from here, and I'm like, okay, let's talk about this. Oh wow, we got 60 messages over here in Zoom. Okay, let's just do this. So basically what I was talking about was that how the weekly wick was filled. You know, I was aiming for the weekly wick to get filled. Wasn't really expecting it to happen over Monday. Like I mean, I was expecting it to happen like till like Tuesday or like, you know, like late Tuesday. So looking at daily as well, daily broke above 135, you know, 136 200, came up to fill the wick at 137 almost. Looking on the 4 hours, the 4 hours is basically creating a support right here, right? We're getting a support formed at this point. So the trend is still bullish at this point. Look on the 1 hour is also rejecting, I guess, this resistance here at this point. Looking at the 30 minute, 30 minute is also trying to continue moving bullish, but there's a resistance right over here, right? So if I want to take a look at this and say that, okay, if the 30-minute candle breaks above the previous candle, I may want to take an impulsive buy for price to continue up, but at the same time I have to be cautious about that there's a resistance formed at this point as well. You know, there's a resistance formed here, so I'm going to be very cautious about taking any trades once GJ breaks the high over here. I'm going to be waiting for this resistance to break at this point here to take a buy, and then we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at this here. New high formed, bullish momentum, look for support to form, take a buy, or a clear break and close above resistance. Yeah, I'm personally going to wait for a clear break or close above this area here, 136, you know, 850, that area over there. I'm going to wait for that. So let me put a text over there. $136,850. Yes, sir. $136,850. The reason why I'm going to wait for this break is because, you know, like I know some people are going to try to take buys as the 30-minute candle breaks the high over here, but there's a resistance here, so logically it just makes no sense, right? So just have to wait. Before price broke above here, we created a high at after Asian Open around 136,660. Oh, 136,666. That's where the high was created. So basically now we're just gonna wait to see what happens. Let me look on the 1 hour. 1 hour is like, you know, rejecting this area. 30-minute as well. 15-minute also rejecting. So we just gotta wait for this 30-minute candle to close, and then we'll see what we can do. Let's take a look at gold over here for a little bit. Gold is still ranging. Daily candle is still ranging, right? So I mean, we're creating a resistance, 1906, right here on gold. We had a support formed on the daily right over here. So if we measure this range on gold, this is a pretty big range on gold here. This is a 200 pip range, 222 pip range. Let's take a look on the 4 hour and adjust our zones based on the 4 hour. Kind of like bring the support down over here. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Oh yeah, 1 hour is actually ranging. Basically, what I see here, technically what's happening is that, okay, now the gold created support down here at 1891. It moved up. This 1 hour candle is rejecting 1900 because there's probably some sort of a resistance here to the left hand side, right? So if we look at the left, we see that there was some sort of a consolidation area. So price came up kind of like rejecting this area after breaking above this minor resistance. So I think a pretty good idea on gold would be to maybe price can create a support for price to continue moving up. So that's something we can wait for here as well, as we're looking at GPJPY just waiting. Hey, good morning. What's this? Take a look at what I made today. What do you think? All right, let's take a look at what you made today and what do we think? Oh, these rejections made me think my previous bullish bias. Okay, this is a 15-minute time frame. I entered right after 15-minute kind of closed bullish, took 9 pips. Oh, nice, beautiful. Took 9 pips. I would say this was a risky trade, but you made it happen, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it was pretty risky. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Oh, Euro JPY also went bullish. Okay, okay. So Euro JPY is coming back up to this resistance here at 124, 100, 124, 200. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, on the 4-hour, we can see this is clearly a very, very strong resistance area. Because now when we look left, we can see that the last time this was respected was on the 29th September, and then it was respected around 1st October in NY session. And now we're coming up over here as well. So go down to the 1-hour time frame. And I guess this was the resistance we broke above, and then this area also has like a support over here. So we broke above 123,900, came up towards 124, almost 200 in the 27 pip range. So now this candle is open. So we need to see how this candle is going to close here. I think the same situation is with GJ as well. The price made a high and now we're getting some sort of a rejection. So just gotta wait a little bit. Why the entry on the last chart you see is very risky. Oh, why this is risky? Because the trend is bullish, right? So when you're trading with the trend, then it's a very clean entry because you're trading with the trend, like, you're looking for supports to form, and there's a very high probability for price to continue the trend. When you're taking trades against the trend, like let's say you're taking a sell over here, that's like a very risky trade because you're taking a trade against the trend. So you can see right over here, this gentleman, Tito, whatever that name is, they came down and price just rejected that level. So that's why it's very risky. All right, let's take a look over here. This is support formed during London session for price to go up. This is a sell zone. Oh, so your sell zone is right over here below this area. Broke the range, wait for price to make a retest to form support before entering. Yeah, I'm basically looking for, either we form a good support on the 30-minute and then there's a potential for it to break the high over here, or we break the high and then look for some sort of impulse entry here or something like that. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ. Oh, nice labeling over here. Buys have closed about 136,840, but I don't feel confident enough as the range to fill. Wick is only 16 pips. Any advice? Yeah, so it's 16 pips up to this wick, but we all know it's GJ, right? I mean, if it breaks up, who knows if it's going to continue on for 16 pips or 160 pips. That's something we don't know. We don't know those things. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, I'd be more willing to take a buy at this point for price to continue moving up. And then furthermore, I mean, I would expect the volume to break above 136,850 and continue moving up. So just gotta wait here. What's this? Wait for support to form to take a buy. Easy buy above here. Easy sell below here. Yep, this makes sense. This makes perfect sense. Easy sell below this area here. And the reason why easy sell below this area, because we have clean candle moving up, right? So take a look at this. Once price comes below 136, 660, 650, it's going to be a pretty hard trade because, price kind of like ranged here as well. Of course, you have a clean candle moving up, but there's a probability price may range here. So this is a 13 pip range. This is going to be a no trade range. Let me put this like this. No trade range right here. And then this is going to be a trading range. This is going to be like a 20 pip range. So this is going to be a trading range here. Trading range. So see how now it becomes important to wait for price to come to you, right? If price comes over here, it's probably going to be like no trade in this point. But if price comes below 136,520, then there's going to be a trading range, right? So then you'll have to wait. Same thing over here. We're waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. Either we break above and take a buy here, or we'll see what happens, basically. Today the words in the screen are very clear. Oh, thank you. Maybe your internet is working good today. All right. Assuming on GJ there's no resistance formed at 136.850. We can't assume things that have not happened. We can't assume that if there's no resistance at 136.850 when there is resistance at 136.850. I mean, we can't assume those things. It just doesn't work. Ooh, looks like your JPY is also trying to push above the 30-minute candles over here, 124, 170. Assume or assume is, I'm pretty sure it's assume. I've studied English, so it's assume. Well, in the UK it's assume. Assumption. Are you gonna assume that we're gonna break above 136.850? That's how the UK people speak. Will you assume? That's the US. Man, you guys need to travel the world, man. You guys need to go to the UK and see how it's really said. It's assume. Alright, let's take a look here. I believe it's about to move upward, break 136.800. See, here's the thing, right? It's Monday. I took a trade last night in the Asian session based on the buying analysis. Now coming on towards the New York session, I'm going to be very cautious about taking a trade at this point, because if I take a trade as the 30-minute breaks the high over here, I know a lot of people are going to do that. Now there's a resistance 4 pips away, so logically it wouldn't make any sense, you know. So what would make sense is to wait for price to break above 136.850 to take a buy, and then price continues going up. Take profit. It's going to be a really good day. Is it not safe to assume that volume can push it up? Yeah, but logically, again, there's resistance here, you know, and it's not enough range. I mean, if this range was, let's say, instead of 10 pips, if this was like, let's say 20 pips, 25 pips, then yeah, for sure, you know, I would agree with that. But we still got 15 minutes left for this candle to close, so we're going to see how it closes. Okay, let's take a look at this chart here, sent by Nassim FX. Sent by Nassim, Mr. Nassim. Oh, wrong chart. Wrong chart. Long time listener, first time chart sender. That's okay. Will you be waiting for price to close above 136.850? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute to close and we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, if it, yeah, we'll see what happens. But like, this is the area I'm looking to take a buy in 136.850. Ooh, made 75 pounds. I'm done. Oh, nice, man. 75 pounds. 75 pounds. Lucky, lucky. 75 pounds is 120 Canadian dollars. That's like the average pay for someone working in Canada. I mean, I think that's a lot, 120 per day for someone working in Canada. Yeah, it's pretty good. Daily salary. Just imagine, man. Like, you have the ability to make a daily salary in like 15 minutes, you know, 20 minutes. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean, I know a lot of people who make, you know, $100 a day. They can make like $200 a day, and then they overtrade, you know. And when you overtrade, you lose those profits, and it only hurts you. That's it. No one else. Let's take a look at this trade over here. Is it okay to demo trade? No, it's not okay to demo trade. Because here's the thing, right? When you've taken like one trade on your, you know, live account, and then you're looking for another trade, and you're going to say, hey, okay, I'm going to demo trade. The problem with that is that now psychologically you're still looking for a trade, right? So it's really, really, really important to just call it a day, close the charts, and be happy. Trust me, you guys need to get in the habit of spending as little time on the charts as possible. You know, just take your trade and just close the charts and enjoy your day. Trust me, it's going to help you a lot. Okay, let's take a look at this chart here. If this candle closed bullish and decide to take a buy, can you give any idea in what condition I should reduce my position? That's up to you. I mean, it's up to you if you want to reduce your position or not. But I'm going to be waiting for price to break above 136, 840, and then I'm going to take a buy. Well, 840, 850. So we'll see how that happens. Can you explain about your buy on GJ in the Asian session? Yes, it was taken when we broke above 136 400. We broke above 136 400, and then my target became 136 650, right up over here. This was also the almost like weekly wick fill, but I think this was the target where I was looking for. I mean, if you look on the 4 hour, you will see that this was the same area where we rejected over here, kind of like in the same zone we rejected before on the 9th September. Again, we rejected at 11th September, 14, you know, so that became the target. Also, there was a weekly wick fill as well. So the trend was bullish. Okay, hey, quick question. Haven't been having much luck in backtesting, however, over the last few months. Have been making nice steady gains on live account. Do you know if this is common, mate? Just looking for thoughts. Yeah, I mean, if live account is going well, then there's absolutely no reason to stress over why backtesting is not working. So we're coming up towards 136, 850, and I'm gonna wait for price to kind of like close above it, and then I'm gonna take a buy after that. After that, I'll take a buy, and then we can continue moving bullish. All right, what's this? Oh, what's this chart here? Oh, that's not a good chart. So we'll stick to these things here. Now, here's the thing, right? As I'm waiting for candle to close above 136, 850, I'm accepting two things at the moment. The number one thing I'm accepting is that price can just continue moving bullish without closing above, 136, 850 and can just continue moving up. I'm accepting that. In that case, I'm going to miss the trade and it is what it is, like you can't do anything about it. The second thing is that price will close above 136, 850 and then we can take a trade. Well, I can take a trade and then expect price to continue moving up. So if the first scenario happens, then basically missed a trade, couldn't really do anything about it. So the second scenario, if it does close above, then I think that's going to be a pretty good idea to execute a position. Oh, it looks like the music disappeared over here. If price closes above resistance and you take your stop loss, my stop loss is going to be, I think I'm going to have it below, yeah, you're right. I'm going to have it below the 15-minute candle, not the 30-minute, because I mean, if I take an entry, let's say at 136, 880, stop below the 30-minute is going to be almost like 19, 20 pips. But if it's going to be below based on the 15-minute, it's going to be around, 13, 15 pips. So I think that's going to be a pretty good idea. So we'll have to wait 9 more minutes and then we'll see what happens. When you first started, did you ever just close trades because you saw someone you respected take the opposite trade? Yes, that used to happen to me a lot. And then I realized that no matter how good that person is, they're not going to be always right, So then I started to just trust my own analysis. Okay, let's revive the music here. Hey boss, how if it closes below the line? If it closes below the line, then obviously it's closing below the resistance here. If it closes above, would dynamic risk be a better good idea? Yes, that would be a better good idea. Do you wait for liquidity wick for a better entry after close? That depends on how big your stop loss is and how you're managing the trade. So if the price closes above 136,850 and you're entering position, then it's up to you whether you want to use the dynamic risk to enter more as it retraces down, or do you want to use just static risk? I think an impulse entry could be better if price breaks 136,880. Well, you can give it a go, and if it works, then you can probably base ideas around it and then come back the next day and then try to do the same thing again, right? But I'm going to be waiting for this candle to close. I don't know about the impulse entries. How come you have been taking trades during Asian now? Last week you also took some Asian trades. Because I saw opportunities. I saw opportunities. So this buy I saw yesterday, it was based on the analysis I sent, and it worked out well. The thing is, I've been looking at Asian session and New York session for a very, very long time. So sometimes, if I'm going to see trades in the Asian session, let's say if I see 10 opportunities in the Asian session, I'm probably going to execute on like 5, or maybe like 4 opportunities. So if someone has taken trades in the Asian session, I would say just skip this and come back the next day if you've made profits in the Asian session. Just skip this and come back the next day. It's very important. So please, please don't lose your profits. Don't overtrade. Don't lose profits. Don't be a dumbass, man. Dumbasses lose profits every day. Don't be like that. Just be disciplined. Hey, first time sending my analysis. I hope looking in the right way. Let's take a look here. Your JPY 30-minute chart, waiting for price to close above resistance to take a buy position. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. It just needs to close above. What's happening here is that we're creating a support right now on your JPY right over here, 124,100. There's a minor resistance forming here at this point where price is now trying to break above, So I think if we do break above, we can get price to continue moving bullish here. Perfect. We're closing here. Now all I can anticipate is that for this candle to close right where it is, and on the next candle I can take a buy. But hey, you know what? If this candle continues moving, then there's no trade for me. It is what it is, have to accept that fact. Hey, when is it better to trade with funding talent instead of your own capital? I think the best idea for that is that knowing if you are consistent, if you're consistently getting smaller gains and you want access to more money, then I think that's a good idea to go with that. But if you're only going to go to a funding account just to trade more money, even though you're not consistent, then you're probably going to lose that money. So might as well PayPal that to me, right? PayPal it to me and we'll give you maybe 10% a month or something like that. Oh, wow, look at that. You see that candle? This is why I'm waiting for price to close above 136,850. Right? Whoever took a buy up over there, man, you played yourself. Absolutely PLAYED yourself there. So it's important to wait for a candle to close. Yeah, man, just gotta relax. Can you take a look on gold? Horizon Business Intelligence. I think you need to change your name to Unintelligence, because if you read the screen, it clearly says on the screen, don't say look at this or look at that. So you need to post a chart. So I don't know where this intelligence is coming from, but you really got to start reading what's written on the screen so we can have a much more better experience over here. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Oh, it's moving too fast. All right. Oh, wrong chart coming from the gulag. Wrong chart. So yeah, we got 3 minutes left over here. Taking the opportunity to talk with you via my trade from London. All right, let's take a look over here. Oh, nice London trade over here. Break support. Okay, engulfing candle fake out. Taking a trade as next 1 hour candle turned bullish. Leaving my long. Oh, beautiful, man. Very nice. TP 17 pips. Awesome. All right, how much time we got left? We got 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna get my coffee and brew, and then we're gonna come back. Oh, wow, man. GJ is ranging at this point. GJ is ranging. EJ is also kind of like ranging, but it's moving better bullish than GPJPY. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here, shall we? Shall we take a look at the Chinese indicator? Oh, okay. Euro is bullish, yen is weak. So this means your JPY should be continuing moving bullish. GJ is also like, yeah, whatever, you know. But technically, we need GJ to break some levels here. Yeah, GJ needs to break above 136.850 to continue moving bullish. Your JPY is also closing bullish, but it's at that resistance area here. So there's no trade at this point. We need it to break above. Looking at GJ, yeah, still rejecting here. Hey, just letting you know, I'm not usually part of your Zoom, but I gained access through quarterly stream as she often shares the details. Okay. Awesome. We should look at that. Honest person over here. Beautiful. What's this? How do you drink your coffee? My coffee? Black. I like my coffee black with some honey in it. Yeah, there's no trade here now because, you know, like we're creating a support, we're closing below 136.850, and we're trying to move down. You know, the only thing I'm looking at is now I won't be shying away from a sell either. Like, I mean, if this is a most recent support formed, I mean, if we just don't focus on this area here, if we just focus at this area here, I think if we break below the 30-minute candle, I think there's a very high probability for price to continue down to this area and then coming down straight to 136.520. I'm not going to shy away from sell either, so I'm going to wait. for price to break above 136,850 to continue moving up, or if we break below the support, then I think there's a very high probability for price to continue moving down. So remember I said that this range is going to be no trade range. Well, guess what? I'm changing my mind over here, because this is a most recent support formed, and if we break below the support, so then price can continue down here and continue down towards 136,520, and then we can say that, oh hey, like, you know what, since we had this move up, I think we're going to correct this move continuing down. So we'll see what happens. The 1 hour candle is also closing like a bearish doji candle, so there's waiting happening at this point. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens here. Would an impulse entry be more valid since there's no top wick? See, the impulse entry is going to be very risky at this point, because if you remember the teachings, there was a flow chart I posted, and that chart was like taking an impulse entry in a counter trend trade is not recommended. So I'm gonna wait. Can you please take a look at this chart? Let's take a look here. This is, resistance created, bearish candle closed below above 2 candles. Would you personally taken shorts here? Me? No, because that's counter trending. Yeah, man, I think if we break below this support, we're continuing bearish. Impulse entries are going to be riskier, but risk is my middle name, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just see. We'll wait. Okay, so far with respect to news, we only got ISM news later on at 10 a.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at overnight news. Something happened overnight. Nothing really. UK plan for Harsha 3-tier lockdowns. Oh, okay, they're looking in lockdowns. Who committed? Self-isolating until tomorrow morning. I've tested negative on Thursday. I'm tested again today. Crazy. Crazy times we're moving into. We are moving in crazy, crazy times. Doesn't it bother you that 30-minute doesn't have a top wick? Like it can go down and then retrace just to get that wick. Isn't it true? Yeah, it's true. But it's also true if we break below this low, we can continue moving bearish, right? So that's also true. So which truth are you going to go with? What's your truth? Oh, Mac has left his office. It's just waiting here. Your GPY is ranging. Gold is also ranging.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. What's up, Danny? How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
How are you, my friend?
So, see, this is a range here. 136,710, 136,850, 14 pip range. So you need to wait for price to break out of this range. And trust me, as much as you guys want to take a buy, I want to take a buy too. I want to take a trade as well, but I gotta wait. I have to wait. Are you worried about 136,650 previous resistance? No, because we have this wick formed over here. So I think that could be pretty good. So I'm not worried about this area. If we break below, then we're coming down to fill this wick and then continuing further down. So let's wait and see what happens.
You looking for longs too?
Yeah, above 136,850.
Should be good.
Yeah, it should be good. 136.
This 30-minute candle gives us a better stop than the previous one.
Yeah, that's going to be a great idea. Your JPY is also pushing up here slowly to continue moving bullish. Oh. What's this? GJ 30-minute. Oh, nice. Very nice buy over here. Expecting price to continue moving bullish. I think the Forex gods are on your side over there with that buy. You know, as we're moving towards NY Open here in an hour, I think if we start closing above 136,850, I can execute a buy at that point. Raja is in a trade. Nope.
Raja, if you take the buy above the resistance, then what is your target?
Probably going to target this wick, like 137. Like 137 is a very, very strong area, so probably going to target 137 here. But obviously I'm going to expect it to continue moving further up. Let's take a look on the daily here now. See, 137 is back at that high we made, but then above that high we have an area at 137,600 and then all the way up towards 138. So if you go down to the 4-hour time frame and kind of look left, we see that this was some sort of an area where there was a resistance formed. And now if you want to take a look on the 1 hour, so see from here we go left on the 1 hour and we see that, okay, now we have a better target at, what's this, 137,370 for price to continue because we have a clean candle here. So getting a break and close above 136,850, take a look at this right here, right? For people who don't know. So you have this support over here, you have another support over here. So this is a very strong area. You have a rejection over here as well. So getting a close above 136,850 is really, really important because after that happens, you have clean candle here to the left. So there's a very high probability that if we get a close above 136,850, price can continue moving up towards 137,400. So, you have a nice range, so it's better to exercise nice discipline and to wait. Wait. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna wait. Hey, this is my first time on the Zoom meeting. I normally watch through YouTube. Welcome, welcome from the Gulag, but I was able to join through a link on Slack. Is there a way to join without the link being provided in the Slack? No. There's no way to join Zoom without a link. That's how Zoom works. If someone's having a bad day today, just get some vitamins in and go to bed. It's gonna help you with drawdowns.
Take some NyQuil too.
Yeah, take some NyQuil too. Oh, someone donated $5 here. Okay, important people here now. Is it futile trying to predict reversals? Yes, it's futile. I foresee a reversal in EU coming very soon.
What's with the Shakespeare?
What do you mean, man? It's English. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Do we foresee a reversal on EU? Oh, god damn. When price rises to purple zone and intersects with downward trend channel, okay, I see room for a lot of pips on the short, assuming it can go through the yellow daily level. Oh yeah, so you have a pretty big range over here from yellow to purple over here. So, I mean, I think first of all, you need to zoom in into the charts and you need to see what the candles are saying. And then you need to see that, okay, what kind of confirmations you're going to get at the purple line. Is it enough confirmation if 15-minute candle closes above 136,850 area to go long, or we have to wait for 1 hour? I think it's going to be better to wait for a candle to close above that area there, 136,850. What's this? Does the session open close timings change when going from summer to winter? Nope, they stay the same. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Eastern. You just have to adjust to the time. Like if you're somewhere else in the world and like North America goes 1 hour ahead, for like daylight savings or whatever, then you just gotta adjust your own time because here timings stay the same. Yeah, stay the same. Hey, does these channel pattern on weekly, monthly works? I have no idea. You need to send a chart. How do you get on the Zoom? Well. Not everyone can get on the Zoom. But hey, Gulag is much more fun, you know, like Gulag is a lot of fun. This is a range, no trade. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. This chart is price, break support and close above. Okay, waiting for price to make this resistance to take a buy. Works good, looks good. Support form, retest new area. Yep, looks good. Trend is up, waiting for price to close above to take a buy. And yeah, I mean, I haven't taken a trade yet. Nothing. I haven't taken no trades yet. My banana is also finished. Hey, I think this is the condition to take the best trade. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's take a look here. If we see a chart, we'll take a look at it. Hey Raja, when the magic keys will be shipped? I just can't wait. Probably by Wednesday. All pre-orders, all orders coming in, they're being shipped on Wednesday. So every order you place this week is going to be shipped this same week. My trades usually go into profit, and that after some time is on the table, it goes back to my entry point. Well, that's something very normal that happens. And I regret not closing or taking profits. How do I solve this problem? So the question is, when I take a trade, the price goes in profits, and then after going in profits, it comes back to negative. How do I secure profits? When price goes in profits, just close partial positions. I mean, just close partial positions, basically, and put stops at break even. Because the worst thing, listen, the worst thing you can do is to have a profitable trade and then have price go back in negative. That's the worst thing you can do. That means that you had money in your pocket, right? You went to work, you earned money, you put that money in your pocket, and then someone came, they not only took the money you earned, but they also took the money you had. You know, so what do you do when someone comes to your pocket? You hold their hand and you jerk it off. That means that you are putting your stop loss in place and you're telling them, hey, no man, not today. You're not taking my money today. So you really have to protect your capital. Would you rather be blind or deaf? It's pretty interesting. I like some noises. And I like to see certain things too. That's a very interesting question. Yeah, I think I'd rather be deaf. Oh no, you know what? I'd rather be blind, because if I'm deaf, then it's gonna get really hard to talk as well, right? Because then you can't really. Yeah, I'd rather be blind. Hey, I think this is a condition to take the best trade. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it enough range for price to go to? Yes, you need a bigger range. What's this? Is it the right time? Yes. Wait for price to form in a direction? Yes. Exactly. That's true. Those are the correct conditions. If you're blind, you can't trade. That's fine. I can still talk, right? I can sing. If I'm blind, I can still sing. You know, you ever heard about the blind singer? Man, come on, Raja Banks, right here. The blind singer.
Should make a show about that.
Yeah, man, I can rap too. Hey, I understand what you mean by trading just one pair, but the problem I have is I don't see many opportunities. And don't you think it can cause overtrading and taking setups that aren't there? See, here's the thing. When you're focusing on one pair, of course you're not going to see opportunities, and that's the part of trading, right? And when you're doing that, you're not going to see a lot of opportunities, number one. Number two, it's going to get a little bit boring. And number three, what you mentioned was that it may cause overtrading. I think that's something to do with your own personality. I think there's something you need to fix in yourself if you think that focusing on one pair is going to make you overtrade. Because overtrading should not happen at all. You know, I mean, if you're not even, look, so we've been on the stream for about an hour now, and I haven't taken one trade at all because I only focus on GPJPY. I only focus on this one pair, and if I see a trade, I'm going to take it. If I don't see a trade, then it's okay. You know, we'll come back tomorrow to take another trade. Because trading is not a sprint. It's a long-term game. You're in it for the long term. A very, very long time. Man, trust me, people get consistent in 6-7 months of just taking one trade a day. And if you try to rush the process, you're always going to start from square one. You're going to get nowhere. Trust me on that. I know a lot of people who've done that, and I have countless examples of people, you know, who've tried to rush the process. It didn't work. I know a lot of people who were disciplined for, let's say, 2 weeks straight. They made consistent gains. Then 1 or 2 days of overtrading, everything gone, and then it starts from square one. You know, it's sad because I see good people lose. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Only because, you know, like, what was that song you rapped the other day on Insta Story? I don't know. It was I went to SoundCloud and I searched rap instrumentals, and it was the first one that came up. It was actually a challenge, you know. I had to do a little rap with a friend of mine. Hey, so the other pairs you look in your trading list are just for visual entertainment? Yes, exactly. The only reason I look at gold is because, you know, some of my friends trade gold, so it's, I don't know, like I just look at gold just for entertainment. Your JPY also, you know, some of my friends trade your JPY, so that's the only reason I look at your JPY, or, you know, sometimes I look at GPUSD. Holy, this thing is just ranging hard here on GPUSD, you know. So other than that, I only trade GJ. Only trade. Sometimes maybe like 2 trades out of 10 trades I might trade gold, but most of the times it's GJ. Predominantly I just trade GJ. I think 90% of my trades are on one pair and 10% are on gold. You know. I like your weekly recap of your trades you do on your channel weekly. I learn a lot from that, as I don't always attend your live streams. Oh, nice, man. It's pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for watching those recaps. Every person who watches that recap, it makes me 40 cents. So thank you for contributing. Bro, you said you don't trade 2 major currencies. If that's true, we shouldn't trade GU, right? Wrong. You can trade whatever you want. You just need to focus on that pair. The only reason I don't focus on GU in the New York session is because it's influenced by 2 currencies, right? By the pound and the USD. So I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it. So that's why I don't trade GU. Plus my profitability on GU is pretty low as well. Maybe I haven't focused on it a lot, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to be focusing on GJ here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is buys above if the 30-minute candle closes above the resistance with NY open volume. Yes, looks good. Looking for sell if 30-minute candle closes below support. Looks good. I'm waiting for that as well, like sells below 136.700. Oh, for the record, 1,000% and 3,000% profit kind of easy for me. Oh, then why are you here? But I lost it every time. Oh. But I lost it every time just because insane player and don't know how to close it. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be in a group of traders who thought that making like, 10% a day or like, 40% a day, it was normal. I mean, it was okay to do that. For a very long time, I used to have that kind of thinking. And then very quickly that whole thing changed because there was no consistency. There was no consistency in trading, but there was also no consistency in profits either. Some days I was making good profits, other days I was losing big profits. It just didn't make any sense to me. I don't think I was mature enough back then. Now I'm really, really matured into the market, so I really tend to wait. Look at GU. This is, oh wow, man. This is what I want to see on GJ right over here. As we're breaking the low, I think if we break the low, we're going to continue moving bearish here on GPJPY. Yep. We should continue moving bearish at this point.
Yeah, I entered a sell.
We heard that.
No, I wasn't me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're breaking the low at 136,700. Candle's about to close in 8 minutes. We can continue moving down to fill this wick and then down towards 136,520. This is like a 17 pip range. So talking about the stop loss, let's go towards the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I think above the 15-minute candle would be a pretty good stop, like 10 pip stop.
Right.
Yeah. Eventually target 136. 136,540 would be a good target.
At 136, 570, and then the rest are 500.
Exactly. Now again, this is an impulse entry in a counter trend trade, but we're also breaking below this support at this point here as well. You know, we're breaking below the support, and you're also managing risk. The way you're managing risk is that you want this 15-minute candle to close below 136,700, right? If this candle does not close below 136,700, then you're closing partial positions, you're managing a risk at that point. You know, so you're really doing those, using those risk aversion techniques. What's this? Would you say GJ has potential to correct the London move? I would say so, right? Oops. I would say so. I mean, if price stays below 136,700, then it has a very high potential to continue down to correct this whole move. But if you look on the 15-minute right over here, it needs to close below 136,700 for price to continue bearish. Ooh, 10% for the day is like driving. It's like driving above speed limit. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Any books or strategies you would recommend to recover from a losing streak psychologically? There is no book written on that. I mean, the only thing you can read are like self-help books, and self-help books kind of like give you that comfort that, okay, like, you know what, losses and tragedies do happen. We just need to move past them logically. You know, like if you look at your past losing trades, you're going to find only one thing in common. The only thing in common is going to be like all your wins. If you look at all your wins from past trades, all your wins are going to have sort of like the same microstructure. It's going to be like the same ideas where you were winning. But all your losses are going to be just random losses. You know, they're going to be back-to-back losses, and the only reason they will be back-to-back losses is because, you know, you were over trading, you weren't really confident, you're taking trades, bigger risk trades. So you just need to focus on, like, you know, 1 or 2 trades. And trust me, focusing on 1 or 2 trades is going to make your life so easy. Like right now, these sells, oh man, they would work so nice. So it should continue moving bearish here, 136, 540. That's what we're targeting here at this point. $136,540. Are you in the trade? Yes, I'm in a sell over here. Let me point out my sell here at this point. So I have a sell right over here. My stop is on the 15-minute right over here. So I'm expecting candles to continue moving bearish, probably come 40. But at the same time, if the 15-minute candle closes above 136,700, then I'm closing my position. Then I'm not going to be in a trade, but I do think we're going to continue moving bearish. Hey, I got the digital drive that you gave to me as a giveaway. I want to know if that could get a discount on the November intake by any chance. I don't think so. I think send an email to these people over here and they'll decide. I'll give the email here. I have a whole team working in Philippines. Ooh, gold is also trying to move up here a little bit. GPUSD also broke below this area to continue down to correct this move in London session. I mean, if we correct these moves in London session, this will be a really nice reversal here. I think this will be like a inter-session reversal here. How much do I pay this company, Philippines? 2,200. 2,200 a month. Look at this 15-minute candle. See this? It's closing above 136,700. So at this point, I'm closing 50% of my position at this point. You know, I know it's open and it's a risky trade because this is an impulse trade, counter trend, and 15-minute candle is not staying below, you know, this over here. So I'm being very, very cautious at this point. But if it does close below, then, you know, you could probably add another position and really, like, you know, maybe like if you really want, you can add more risk for price to continue moving bearish. So on this current trade you took, would you be using the 5-minute? No, I'm not using the 5-minute. What exactly they take care of? Sorry for these questions, might help with my wife company. Well, they take care of administration, they take care of emails. I get around 38 emails a day, you know. So for me to answer those emails every day, it takes a lot of time, you know. So they answer those emails for me. They filter out like different opportunities and stuff. So it's like different. So you got to go talk to them, got to go find them, and then, like, you know, you got to tell them what you want, what you're looking for, what your business is.
It's gonna be interesting if JJ close below that area because we have room toward I will say 136 400 easily. Yeah, once we break below 136 650, man, it's going downtown because we're gonna have the wick fill on the hour, and it's gonna be basically clean traffic toward 136 400 easily.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah, I'm looking for this trade. To be honest, I didn't like it before, but now it's looking good.
Yeah, it should continue moving bearish here. I mean, now the candle is closing below 136,700, so that's extremely good. See that? The 30-minute candle closed below and I think someone entered a position over there.
Another one, Mac.
Another one. Another one.
No, I had closed 50% as it was going up, and I'm at 50% of my original lot size.
Just updated my zoom, and you and Max faces in the middle of the screen. I think if you swipe left or right, you get the correct screen.
Oh my.
Oh my God, I can't believe who asked that.
It's coming. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, to be honest. And from the
Why are you talking like that?
From the fundamental standpoint, GVP is, you know.
Yeah, it should be
not
melting by now.
Yeah, I mean.
That's so rude.
I need a cafecito cubano right now, man. Trust.
Mhm.
Gold is still ranging. GU is creating that bearish structure there as well. 1 hour candle is bearish on GJ. We have the wick to fill here. 30-minute candle close below. 15-minute candle close below. Yeah, should continue down. I mean, if this is GJ, two things can happen, right? Either this can continue moving bearish because, you know, sometimes we know GJ doesn't really do retests, or it can form like a resistance here and then come down as we move towards NY open. Should we expect a drop on EU when NY session starts? I think we can expect a chart from you and see what your analysis is, and then we can give you an idea based on that. Oh. Okay, what's this? Do you guys think it's waiting for NY volume to push? Yeah, I mean, sure, you know,
Yeah.
but all we can do is manage the trade. Hello, Kerwin. Why you didn't use Instagram? Because Kerwin has too much to deal with on his plate.
Yeah, man.
Do you think 136,650 is a problem area on GJ? So now here's the thing, right? Two things can happen at this point. Whenever you're looking at the chart, only two things are going to happen. Either price is going to move up or it's going to move down, you know? So if I'm going to sell over here, and if price starts moving up, you know, if price starts moving up and starts closing above, you know, 136,700 on a 15-minute, then I'm going to basically control my risk and close my position and call it a day, right? If price starts moving down, then that's also good because then I'm going to be controlling my take profit and I'm going to close the trade and I'm going to call it a day, right? So if I had one bullet, I've shot my bullet at this trade. Someone can say, oh, what a dumbass idea. I believe GJ must retrace more than 50%. Yeah, we can see what happens. I mean, so far, you know, I've closed 50% of my position once this 15-minute was above 136,700. So, you know, right now I have like 50% position running at this point. So if this candle closes above 136,700, I'm probably going to close everything in a minor loss. Oh, look at that move, man. Coming up pretty strong over here. The 5-minute candles are also moving bullish. So got to be very careful at this point. See, I'm very impatient with losses. As like if price moves against me a little bit, I'm just be like, oh, okay, I don't want this to happen. So, you know, instead of losing a big amount, you can decide to lose less amount.
So Roger, I like buys now even more better. If this 30-minute candle kind of closes down in this area right here and pushes back up to the top.
Yeah, you know what? If it closes back above 136,700, I would still like buys above 136,850.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still like buys above 136,850. And at this point, I closed my entire position at this point. So like, if price closes above, then this is just all range over here. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ooh, let's do this. Oh wow, beautiful close. Beautiful, beautiful close. If I didn't close, it would have been in a much bigger drawdown at this point. Oh, look at that. See, it's really important to just manage risk. I had a almost like a 7 lot open, and on that 7 lot, I think I lost like $300 instead of $700. It's pretty good. Pretty good risk management over here. So now this is back in this range here now.
Yeah.
So whenever you're taking a trade and you're managing your risk, just be excited to manage risk. You know, like if you closed early, it's good because, you know, you manage your risk. So it's always a good idea to lose a portion of your profits rather than the whole stop loss. That's a big part of trading too. You know, so if you're still holding, man, good luck. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold is still ranging here.
God damn, what a pullback, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
This is insane.
Mr. Banks, why you didn't go with the lower risk on a higher risk trade? I'm disappointing you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, I lowered
Yeah,
down my
good.
lot size, man. Like normally I use 10 or 12. I use 6.
And to be honest, I'm really, I'm really impressed the way Raja closed his trades, because basically with a 7 lot, man, anybody can be losing $700 in basically 5 minutes. But this guy closed trades like a half or whatever. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you close
I
half.
can't. I mean, I can manage that. To be honest, sometimes I let the trades run a little bit more. I give them some room, but obviously my lot size is not that big.
that's like for him, like for us, like we get excited when we take profit. For him, it's like it's exciting to get like less drawdown.
Drawdown, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. To me,
It's like-
See, if I show
want-
that to somebody, they're like, "Oh wow, man!" I'm like, "Yeah, you know."
That's one thing Roger is good at, man. If I open a big lot, I can close half out, lose half. But Roger like opens like a bigger lot and lose like $100.
Yeah.
I'm not that great on that.
No,
No, me neither.
yeah,
A 7 lot probably came out like 450.
Yeah, that's still
Basically.
good.
I still think we should go bearish, but it's just range thing.
See, the thing is, like a lot of people, they're not comfortable with losing money. Like you have to get comfortable with losing money. Once you get comfortable with losing money, you get excited on how to lose less. You know, that's the whole point. Like we're gonna lose either way. I know for a fact. Like we have what? How many people we got over here? We got like 2,900 people here in YouTube. We got almost like what? 360 here, so almost like 3,200 people here, right? So 80% of the people will always lose. No matter what, you will always going to lose for a certain period of time. And while you're in that certain period of time losing, just aim to lose less. You know, don't lose the whole thing. Aim to just lose less. Because if you can change that perspective and you can aim to lose less, man, you're going to lose either way, but you're going to be losing less amount of money. And once you start losing less, the winning trades you are getting by accident, man, those winning trades are going to start to look a whole lot bigger because your losing trades are now getting smaller and smaller. It's like the same thing, like I'm 6'1", right? I'm 6'1". hang out with like, you know, someone who's like 5'6" or 5'7", they'll be like, oh man, you're so big. But then I'm going to say, oh no, wait till you see me standing next to Ted. You know, like that guy's 6'4" and I look tiny.
I know.
Yeah, I look tiny next to him. So it's all perspective. So if your losses are bigger, just make sure you're really focusing on how to lose less, closing partials, taking risk off the table. Who's this? Daniel San. Okay.
Somebody's typing Daniel. I don't know.
Yeah. So like if you reduce your losses, man, like compared to your winning trades, they'll slowly start to look bigger and bigger.
Someone said that was a rookie trade.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Can you give me input on an indicator I use for bullish and bearish trends on TradingView indicator BB what? BBPT. I have no idea. No idea.
People think that I'm sad, and you know how much I lost on that one lot? $20. I would have lost at least 100, and I managed just to lose $20
From the
from one lot
from the
from the sale.
no, what's that? What's the name of the money the government gives you?
Oh, the
Stimulus.
IRS.
The IRS.
Stimulus.
Stimulus check.
Yeah.
Lost
That's
$20
IRS,
from the
man.
stimulus check.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my money,
Yeah.
Mac.
Matt blew that account a long time ago.
Yeah, that
Man.
account was completely gone the second day on fireworks, and
This one dude messaged me saying, "Hey man, I put me and my mom's stimulus check in a trading account. What risk do you think I should use?" And I'm like, why? You know, why would you put the money government gives you to feed yourself in a trading account to feed the broker? You know what I mean? Or to feed the market? Come on, man.
He's stimulating the U.S. economy.
Man, that's just, I read that and just like, I don't know what to say. I just ignored it. It's like, no.
just get that cheese, that government cheese, and then boom, just send them a referral for a broker.
Yeah, we're just ranging now. It's a very, very difficult day here today, filled with range. G is also ranging. GJ is also ranging.
Raja, you're muted.
Yes, so that whole area, it becomes like a support here. That's right, correct. So I'm just waiting to see how this candle closes on the 30-minute. Why you never wait for support to form? That how you always trade. If you had wait for support to form, you wouldn't have entered that trade. Unstoppable Jamaica. Yes. I agree with that, but I had my little confirmations and I decided to take a risk and it didn't work. So I managed my risk and I think we're all good. So now price is just ranging over here.
I actually took this whole move from here up to here. No, actually up to here, my bad. London. So that's like around 20 something.
Are you going to take the same trade if the current candle rejects? No. I think if I will take a second trade, I think I'm going to wait for a candle to break and close, and then I'm going to take a second trade. Because the first trade I took, it was an impulse entry. It was very, very risky since it was also counter trending. So now I'm going to wait to see if a candle can close above or close below, and then I'm going to execute on that. Ooh, wow, look at this. Your JPY is continuing to move up over here. GG is also coming up closer to 136.850. If we get a close above here, I think NY volume can continue pushing it beyond 136.850. Hey, good morning. This is my GG analysis. Let's take a look here. A bullish push up during the London session, followed by correction as a move into pre-NY. Price has formed support. Now waiting for breakup. If price big wins to start bearish, then we look for sells. Okay, looks good. Looks good.
Big wins.
Big win. Ooh, we're coming up 136.850. 136.850. See, if there's no confirmation of close above 136.850, I'm willing to miss out on the trade, you know, but I want price to close above 136.850 for me to enter a buy. You know, if it continues on without closing, if it continues bullish, then it is what it is, you know, I missed the trade. But I really want the candle to close above 136.850.
I think we should hit 137 flat since we didn't hit it before.
I think we did hit it.
No, we didn't. Almost did.
What's this here then?
So like 136.9. $137 flat.
Oh, what's going on over here? Peter Ororo, what do you send over here, man? These are not candlesticks. These are those Renko? I have no idea what's going on here.
It's the bar chart.
Oh, yeah.
Bar chart, yes. Open and close.
Yeah, I can't read bar charts. I'm not that good yet, man.
Not that good either. Thanks, though.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. No clue.
When are you coming back to Chicago?
Oh, probably, I don't know, man. I didn't like Chicago at all. It was too cold, it was too dry, and it was just too cold.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably summertime. Summertime.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Roger, would you ever come to Atlanta?
Atlanta? Yeah, for sure.
Copy.
For sure, man. Atlanta, Georgia. I was trying to look for some properties over there, but they're in some pretty risky areas.
Don't do it.
Don't do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty monopolized in Atlanta due to all of the gentrification.
Oh,
so
okay.
Atlanta wouldn't really be a place like you can go. I would tell you to go to like Charlotte or like, you know, like Florida, like Northern Florida, like Orlando, places like that where, you know, you can really run it up.
Okay, makes sense. Wow, man. GJ is really working people's heads over here.
So JJ's finessing. If you close below that 700, then we're going straight down.
Some serious madness Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No sweet trade on this Monday like last Monday.
Oh yeah, last Monday was pretty good. It was amazing.
Yeah, true.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
Holy, GJ's in a mood today. GJ's not not in a good mood today. GJ's probably singing that song, watch me whip back and forth, watch me whip back and forth. This is my idea for GJ. Please have a look at the long idea. Let's take a look over here. This is a long idea coming from the Gulag. Waiting for a bullish candle to go up. Price looks like it's doing a retest to go back up. Yeah, it's true. It's true it's doing a retest, but the only problem is we have a very strong resistance at 136.850, and seems like as this candle is coming to close in 5 minutes here, we're now creating a very strong support at this point right over here. So before I was trying to take a sell as we broke below this area for price to come to fill this wick over here, but obviously didn't work. So now we have this range over here. So I guess if we stay in this range for the rest of the New York session, there's probably not going to be a trade here for me now. Hey, good morning. Can you take a look at my Euro USD? Yes, let's take a look here. Chart coming straight from the Gulag. What's this? Ooh, Euro USD 30-minute. Price came back at bank order. Man, you gotta hook me up with these bank orders. Continued bullish bank order bearish movement. Banks in drawdown. Oh, banks are in drawdown here. Created. How do you know banks are in drawdown? Do banks really send us like reports that they're in drawdowns and stuff like that? Created double top, closed area here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see here. If GJ1R closed bullish, wouldn't it be a break and retest of 136.67 level and anticipate to retest the highs? What do you think? I think having a break above 136,850 is going to be a pretty good waiting idea, because the thing is, before we broke above over here, closed below. This candle also broke above, closed below. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing, same thing, same thing. So you'll need a candle to close above 136,850, because if you can get a candle closing above 136,850, then you could say that, okay, now that candle is doing something which these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles couldn't do. You know, so that basically opens the way for the next candles to continue up above 136, 150, 850, sorry.
Wow, we're still ranging.
What's this here? Don't worry about the opening on the stream. Oh, okay. Looks like gold is heading up towards 1904. Too bad I don't trade gold, man. The spreads are still pretty high on gold over here.
Rakeel, I feel like we're gonna drop.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I expected you to say those wicks are indications of rejections to go down, not continue up. Well, I don't think you heard me correctly, but the only way these wicks are your potential destinations to go up if we get a close above 136,850. If we don't get a close above 136,850, and we start getting breaks below, 136,650 now, then you could say, okay, these wicks are rejections here. But since price is in this range, you cannot take a sell by saying these are rejection wicks, because we're ranging at this point. We don't know if it's going to break down or break up. It's just ranging at this point. We can only anticipate based on the 4-hour, which is going to close in 1 hour. And I don't know, man. Like daily is still bullish here. 1 hour is kind of like ranging. 30 minutes also ranging. So we're just waiting over here. We need confirmations. I just called the JP Morgan hotline and they said they bought the top on GJ and they're in deep drawdown. They're asking if we should hold. I don't know. Man, someone sent a chart and yeah, here. I still didn't understand this chart. How did you know that bank order bearish movement banks in drawdown? I just don't understand how this information can be public, that the banks are in drawdown. I just don't understand.
And my cousin works at Goldman Sachs. He went.
My cousin. Okay, what's this? I see a ranging indeed, but potential for this ranging zone to be in expansion, bottom getting larger, like for now. How do you see this to understand? I don't know. I mean, price is moving up. Again, if we get a break above 136,850, there's a high probability for price to continue going up. But if we start coming down, then yeah, maybe looking to get this then below, 136,500, because this was a little bit of a confusion over here. So I don't know about the expansion of zones. I've never looked at zones in that way. All I know is that a bigger the zone, the easier for me to catch some sort of a trade over there. But now this candle closed. We look at the 1 hour candles. Look how 1 hour candles are closing. They're closing bullish, but also it's kind of like ranging here, right? Even if you look on the 30 minutes also ranging here at this point. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is 30 minute. I don't use trend lines, but price looks like it's in a channel. It's in a canal. Oh, canal. Okay. If it closes above this canal, could power up the idea. So are you also in a canoe or riding in the canal?
Are you rowing with the gators in the canal?
Yeah, I didn't mean to make fun of that, but it's just, I don't know, like,
There's a big difference between a canal and a channel.
Like I've heard channel. I don't know if that was a spelling mistake or canal. I mean,
Yeah, no, so I meant to say channel.
yeah, I think it was a channel, but we'll wait.
Maybe a canal.
Maybe the H is not working on the keyboard or something. Man, I have no idea what's so funny, Mac. I mean, I don't know. Oh, canal in Portuguese is channel. Okay. Okay.
It's the same in Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Canal, canalillo.
Canalilla.
Hostia.
Oh, the H is silent. Oh, nice. Let's take a look here. Ooh, meal prep? No, something else. I renamed the stream to Fun Chit Chat and Live Trades. Yeah, it's only fun chit chat when price is ranging. I mean, it's ranging at this point.
Canal.
Gold should also continue on towards 1904. I mean, if it's not going to do a retest at 1900, it should continue on to 1904. Moves pretty quick. Yeah, like a choo-choo train.
Choo-choo-choo.
GU is still in this range over here. You know what? If it's not breaking up now, I'm just trying to figure out. Because look, after London Open, we had one big move after London Open. Price came up over here. And then it's just been ranging. It ranged through pre-New York. It's still in this range in the NY Open. So, yeah, the next time, I mean, NY Open, if it's ranges in NY Open, I think the next breakout is going to be at NYC Open, you know, at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So, I mean, it's just kind of like a waiting game at this point. The more it ranges, the higher the breakout. The more it ranges, the stronger the breakout, yes. Ooh, chat with traders. Man, I've heard every podcast from these guys. Chat with traders. Every podcast. This one was pretty good. Didn't really understand most of it, but he presented some psychological ideas. Pretty good. Do you have any channels such as Discord or Messenger? Nope. All right, we're trying to move up over here. We're coming up. GU is also coming up over here, trying to break above. Are we gonna break it? Or are we gonna break and close? That's the question. What's this? A resistance area, waiting for price to close above this area to go up. That's absolutely true. What's the time? Oh, 8:05. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tricky. You know, I have a feeling that price may just continue beyond 136.850 without closing. I have a feeling like that it may not give me that close above 136.850 and just continues on. I mean, the only way for me to execute a trade here is that if we get a break and close above 136.850. Notice how wicks are going below previous one. They're making, yeah, lower highs. If 1 hour closes bullish, confirming support this time frame we can create. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. That, you know, the 1 hour is potentially creating a support over here with big rejections, right? But this 1 hour candle, I guess if we look at the 1 hour, if we break the high on the 1 hour here, I think could be a valid trading idea for price to continue moving bullish.
Right. And retest 137 at least.
Yeah, I mean, if we break above the 1 hour. But do I really want to take too risky? Like, I mean, impulse entries are risky trades, right? So the question is, do I really want to take 2 risky trades on a Monday? That's the real question.
Let's say this 15-minute closes above 136.850.
See, here's the thing, right? Either price is going to continue on without a retest, and I think if price does continue without the retest, a good impulse entry is going to be above the 1 hour high. But then again, do I really want to take it? And the other case is that if we get a break and close above 136.850, in that case, it's going to be much better to take an entry.
Right.
So 2 things I'm torn apart in right now. What's that penetration website you have saved in your favorites? Where? Oh, this one? What is this? Penetration. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know if I want to open it anymore.
Don't open it. Don't open it. Just close it. Close it.
That can be tricky, man.
Yeah.
Don't open it. Don't open it. It's a Monday. GJ's ranging. Change of topics. Boom.
I don't know if I should open this. I don't even remember what this is. Penetration. Alright, I'll open it.
It's probably a strategy. Don't open it.
I don't know.
It's a strategy. I know it.
A new tab. Let's open it. Oh, it's loading.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm closing my eyes.
The question. Oh, I remember this. The question of extraterrestrial and human. Yeah, I was reading this the other day. I remember what this is. Yeah. No, I know.
Conspiracies.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Look at this.
We should do like a conspiracy segment when GJ's ranging.
Yeah, look at this. The moon as a target for spin doctors. It's all about how people didn't land on the moon. The event in Los Angeles, the Grand Central Station, the natural satellite cannot be held. The matter of
You're talking about, my bad, about 1969?
No.
The Apollo?
It's all about how man never went to the moon. It was all a conspiracy, and how having like hollow spaceships in the space, technically it doesn't make any sense because that's not how vacuum works.
Right.
Yeah.
They said that this guy made the movie of these 2 landing. His name's Steve Rubik. Rubik or something like that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's breaking.
Slowly coming up. When price moving continuously without forming any support resistance levels, which with clean candles to the left, how to look or wait for a minor support to form, enter continuation or trend or wait. So you basically just have to wait, right? I mean, if this candle closes above 136.850, then I think it's going to be a very good idea to take a buy for price to continue up. So you can either wait. So you can either take the trade as it closes above in the anticipation we're going to continue up, or you can wait for a minor support or resistance to be formed and then take a buy. So in one case, you're waiting less, but you're taking a higher risk. And the other case, you're waiting more and you're taking a trade with a lower risk. If price breaks hourly high, where would stop loss be? I think it should be below the hourly low at this point. But Lucas, don't take another trade. You just need to stay calm. Need to stay calm. Don't take trades. Just relax. Breathe. Everyone who's trying to take their third trade or the fourth trade, just don't do it. Trust me, it's only Monday. You have Tuesday, you have Wednesday, you have Thursday. Well, in case you die, then that's it, right? But in reality, you have the whole this year left. You have next year left as well. So you gotta be patient. Because the more you chase money in trading, the further away you're gonna get from it. Trust me on that. So the more you chase it, the further. I don't chase money in trading at all now. I don't chase at all. I took one trade in the Asian session. I took one trade here in NY. It was a loss, five pip loss, and then that's it. That's it. If I get the 1 hour break in the high of the previous one, I think I may wanna use the rest of my risk, but we'll see what happens. See, this is why it's really important to manage your losses, right? If let's say your risk for the day is, let's say $500, and you took a trade, you managed the risk there and you lost, let's say $200, now you have the rest of the 300 to play with. If you find a trade, you can maybe like use that rest of the amount to take the risk. Or if you don't find a trade, then guess what? Now you've lost less than what you anticipated to lose. So it's all like risk, how much you have, how much you've used, so those things. It looks like gold has reached 1904. I think this was the paper trade here I took on gold. Didn't take this trade, it was a paper trade. Again, paper trade. Paper trade. Someone in the gulag is going to get mad. Oh, Raja took the trade, never told us. It was a paper trade in my head. See, this is a very, very important area. The reason why it's an important area, because look how many times price came up, broke the highs, and came back down. So you have to be very, very careful on the 30-minute here. If you look on the 1 hour candle, the 1 hour candles are continuously making lower wicks. So if this 1 hour candle breaks the high of the previous one, then this candle is doing something which these candles couldn't do, and that was to break the high. Oh wow, gold is reaching 1905. Damn, moving up strong. Too bad I stopped trading gold over here. What's your bicep circumference looking like now? Probably, I don't know, like 16 and a half, 17. 17 with full pump, I would say. Would a 15-minute candle close be enough confirmation to take a trade? I don't know. I don't think so. I think a 1 hour breaking above would be better, or even a 30-minute candle closing above this area would be better. 15-minute is a weaker confirmation, so I would advise against 15-minute. Hey, did you work for Fixia? Yes, I used to work for Fixia. Fixia was a company where you would go there and you got paid. You got paid for answering questions, basically. So Fixia was a company where you get paid for answering questions. So I used to answer questions about computers, about phones, how to unlock phones, how to like fix windows and stuff like that. It was okay. They sent me a MasterCard as well. So it was pretty fun. I think I did this like what, 11 years ago, 12 years ago from Pakistan, like long time ago. Gold tap 1906. Since there's a lot of rejection wicks, if you enter a trade, you won't ride it out until the candle close, right? Or you just get your pips and get out. Since there are a lot of rejection wicks, if we do get a close above this area, then I'm gonna be probably gonna aim for, you know, like 10, 12 pips like usual, and that's it. Why did you leave? Why did you leave your country? I think it wasn't about why I left my country. I think my father, he had a plan. His whole vision was to immigrate to Canada and then hopefully provide a better life for the family. You know, like where the kids can go to university here in Canada and, like, you know, try to get better jobs or do something, start business or whatever. And I think his whole vision came true. His whole entire vision was to come over here. Come over here and I'm having a language barrier right now.
And raise his family the proper way.
Yeah, also
Better
like
future.
contribute to the economy. I mean, just to have like a better life, right? To have like a better life. And I think that was his vision. Like where the kids can get, like, you know, to go to universities, get settled here, get married, whatever, get established and prosper. So I think his whole vision came true. It took time, but it took like 10 years, but came true. I thought you immigrated yourself, but your father did it. Good for you, bro. We're burning in the Middle East. Come on, it's not that they're burning in the Middle East.
God damn. It makes it sound like it's really bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't worry. It gets pretty hot over here, too. It's what, 8:20 a.m. here? I mean, I don't think, man, we're gonna get a breakout over here till I'm gonna be here on the stream. I think we might get this by like 9 a.m. with the next 4-hour candle or something. I mean, now the 1-hour candle is going bearish. I mean, if it closes bearish, then I don't even know, man. It's just ranging here in the 30-minute.
Hey, just don't take the trade off the live stream. People get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not taking any more trades there.
Damn, Daniel.
Hey, Raja, trading for 3 weeks and I was up 9% in the first week and then started going down. I'm not over risking or over trading and trading just one pair, but things just don't work out for me. Any advice? I think what you need to do at that point is to take a look at all the trades you've taken, take a look at all the losses and try to see how could you have had the better position, you know, or how could you have had the better buys? How could you have been in the winning trade? I think that's something that people, they don't really focus on. Like when you take a loss, you need to look at that because, like, here's the thing, right? Whenever you take a trade, you're committing to greatness. And the reason why you're committing to greatness is that if that trade is going to be a losing trade, that's going to be an opportunity for you to learn from that loss, to see that, okay, I mean, let's say I had a sell right over here, right? I took a sell over here, price came down, went up. So what can I learn from this? I think what I can learn from this is that maybe we had a rejection here before. So maybe we needed a stronger break for price to continue down. That's something I can learn from here. Also, what I can learn from here is that maybe not to take impulsive trades in a counter trend, right? So that's a learning lesson. So that I can use this knowledge into my next trade, so I don't make that same mistake again. You know, but when you're winning a trade, that's also a sign of greatness because now you did something right. So now you have the opportunity to come back in the next day and try to do the same thing the next day. Try to look for the same situation to happen so you can take the trade. You know, like a lot of people, like when we lose a trade, we're like, oh man, like, you know what? We not only lost the trade, we lost money, we lost confidence, it hurt our ego. You know, so you really have to differentiate between losing a trade and hurting your ego. You know, it's very important. When you lose a trade, it's a learning opportunity. When your ego is hurt, now you're getting into over trading and over risking.
Quick question, Rakeel. If you open up a buy or sell on MetaTrader, and then you put the auto BE, let's say you have it at 10 pips, and then you click on it, in the trigger zone, it activates, right? Even though if it's a manual entry.
Yes. Yeah. So in the bottom right corner, you're going to get a button which will say activate.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. That's why it's pretty good. Auto BE, man, it's amazing. It's like a level on Magic Keys where you put a level. Let's say I'm going to put a level over here, right? Green level. And if I take a buy, and if I'm not at my computer, and let's say if this is like what, 20 pips away, and if price comes up to this level, it will automatically put stops to break even. Or you can do partial TP as well. You know, partial TP basically means is that as price comes up, it's going to close whatever percentage you want it to close, and then your stops are going to go to break even.
Gotcha.
Automatic.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, man. That one took the greed out of me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you go to features over here, you see this? This is the partial TP button.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, partial TP.
Hey, Roger.
Hey.
Hey, man. I was going to say, you know, what you're doing is like you're reverse engineering. You know, you were saying you go through your losing and winning trades. You're kind of reverse engineering all the winners, you know? And you took a counter trend trade on the impulse. And because I did it last time, I think it was last week as well. And then I've sort of learned my lesson. I just use a call to risk if it's counter trend. I wouldn't have taken it anyway, you know, but the thing is, because I did do it, I took it at a call to risk, knowing it's really, really high risk, you know?
Yeah.
So that was from reverse engineering the mistakes that I made last week on it, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, so now that way, like, I mean, it takes time to not do that mistakes again, because like you really truly need to really understand that, okay, this is something I do not have to do. Because like when price is moving in that way, you don't really see it once. You make that mistake once, and then the second time you see it, you know that this is a mistake, but you still do it a little bit. The third time, you're a little bit more cautious now, you know, because like, man, I lost twice. Now maybe the third time I may want to be a little bit cautious. Fourth time, I'll just be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to wait. Yeah.
So basically, the partial TP will take how much out of your, once you, let's say you hit 10 pips?
Yeah, so you need to program that.
Right, so percentage on partial position to close with partial TP, 50%, 80%, whatever you want.
Yeah. So if price hits your partial TP, it's up to you how much you want to secure, like 80%. I secure like 80 to 90%.
Right, it's defaulted at 50. So,
hey Raja, give me a discount code for Magic Keys. Man, trust me, if you can't afford Magic Keys, you can't afford to trade. Because Magic Keys is like $155, and trust me, if you can't afford it, you can't afford to trade. Because trading is very expensive. People have spent thousands of dollars trying to trade, you know. So maybe you need to save some money, save enough to be able to afford to trade. Man, trading is not for everybody. Trading is like I think being able to trade is a luxury. Can you set up trailing stops in Magic Keys? No. Yeah, you can set trailing stops from MetaTrader. Will you do a Black Friday discount on Magic Keys? No, we're going to do a Cyber Monday for Magic Keys. Cyber Monday. Trading is not expensive. You can start trading with a $100 account and learn as much as starting with a $10,000 account. That's true, but when you start with the $100 account, there's a 90% chance you will not be able to make a living off of that. Actually, let me see, it's 95% chance you will not be able to make a living off of $100.
You'll probably end up blowing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's starting an account with $100 and aiming to make a living off of that consistently. I think that's fool's gold. I mean, it can happen. Someone will say it's possible. Well, I haven't seen one person do it, so I don't know. It's very difficult. It takes you a very, very, very long time. Yeah, it depends where you live as well. I mean, if you live in a poor country, then $100 is, yeah, it can work, but generally speaking. Wow, look at this. 2 hours, one trade, one loss, and just ranging on GJ. Crazy. The only thing that moved was gold here. Hey, is it an objective for you to compound your account and gradually open more lots on your trades to make more money? Basically like Uncle Ted do with big lots trading. See, Uncle Ted is a unicorn. He comes when he wants, he leaves when he wants, he does what he wants. It just can't really, I don't know, like I can't speak on someone else, but what I know for myself is that I focused on, the way how I got really consistent was I focused on how am I going to pay one small bill every month from trading. That's it. I looked at my one small bill, my one small bill was my internet bill, you know, it's like for $90. So I'm like, okay, I have this account. Can I make $90 every month to pay my internet bill? That's it. That's all what I focused on. I didn't focus on how to make $1 million next month. I didn't focus on how to retire my parents next month or to get like a nice car next month. I didn't focus on that. I focused on how am I going to make $100 to pay this internet bill. That's it. That's where my focus was, because I knew that if I can focus on one internet bill this month, maybe next month I can focus on another bill. You know, and what happened after 8-9 months was that I started withdrawing enough money to pay my rent. And you know, when you're withdrawing money to pay your rent, that's your biggest bill right there. Your biggest bill is your rent or your mortgage. You know, if you start withdrawing money to pay your rent, man, things are easy then. Then all the money you're making from your work, all that starts going in savings because trading is paying your rent. But it all starts from paying one small bill at a time. And that requires discipline, man. Discipline. Like, trust me, like some people are going to try to make that one small bill in one day. It's not going to work. You have the whole month to do that. I shared something very important yesterday with people, and it was about phases, phases. And the phases was that phase one is when people come to trading and they're consistently losing. That's phase one. People stay in that phase for a very, very long time. Phase two is when people move from over trading to disciplined trading, right? Disciplined trading is when you're just focusing on one trade a day. You're not making profits and you're not making wins. You're basically stuck at break even. People stay in that stage for an extremely long time, like 6 months, 5 months, where you're following rules, you're taking one trade a day, you're at break even, or you're in a tiny bit of a loss at the end of the month, or you're at a tiny bit of a profit at the end of the month. That's phase two. People stay in that phase for a long time. Now, two things happen from that phase two. From phase two, either you get frustrated and you start over trading, and then you move back to phase one. Or you stick in phase two, you keep focusing on 1 to 2 trades a day, and then you slowly move toward phase three. Phase three is where you start really enjoying risk management. You start enjoying drawdowns. When you go in drawdown, you start closing partials, you start really managing your risk. That's phase three. And as you move into phase three, you start managing risk. You start getting comfortable in taking profitable trades, and then a time comes where you're managing risk so much that when you see a winning opportunity coming along, you tell yourself, hey, what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a higher risk at this trade because I've been managing risk for such a long time. If I take a higher risk at this trade, there's a higher probability for me to make more money. And then you continue on with that. So there are different phases, you know. So when you're in phase 2 and you overtrade, you go back to phase 1. And trading becomes really hard because it affects your confidence, it affects your ego, it affects a lot of things, man. I mean, it's very difficult. What's your dream car? I don't have dream car. I'm not into cars. I don't
People
like
are
cars.
just so my bad. It's just like I saw that question at least 7 times. What do you drive? What does Ted drive? Like, what does it matter what you drive, or if you're on a bike or skateboard? Like,
I don't know. I just don't like cars. I'm not into cars.
I'm a car person. I like driving cars, but like these people are like asking like just to compare. You know, if you're driving a better car than him or her, you know.
No, man. The question was, what's your dream car, not what you drive. Come on.
No, I know. There was a couple of people asking, like, what do you drive? Like, if you want to stun on people, you drive a Lambo, right?
Mac drives an Audi A6. It's a very nice car. Mac's really proud of that car.
I like cars, but
yeah,
you don't like cars, so it's like a stupid question to ask people. You know, ask how much was your income tax last year? You know, things like that.
30,000.
Sheesh.
Ooh, look at that. We're breaking up the high on the 30-minute candle. Am I going to take an impulse entry at this point? Probably not.
No.
May when it's... I mean, if we break the 1 hour high, I think that's going to be a much better idea. If we break above the 1 hour high and then keep the stops below the current 30-minute candle. So somewhere over here could work.
873.
Yeah,
74.
136, 870. 880. 136, 880.
Yeah. Man, I haven't seen GJ arranging like that in so long.
Yes, sir. Ooh, wow, man. We reached that level over here on gold now. Now where? Where are you going to take us now, gold train? Look at this GU. GU is also coming up over here. I think we're going to get this break up coming up pretty soon. Before... Yeah, we'll see what happens. Normally I would trade GJ now, but I've watched Raja so many times that I'm scared to take impulse entries like that. That's true. Man, you know what? Sometimes I wish I never would have introduced this idea of impulse entries, because a lot of people are new and they're just focusing on impulse entries instead of waiting for candles to close. So I'm sorry about that. What percentage does the government ask income tax? Oh, you think 30,000 was bad? Man, this year's income tax is going to be at least 110,000. At least.
That's roughly on like 2 million, right?
No, that's on like 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah, because
generated income.
On a quarter, 250 here in the States, I had to pay, I think, 20,000.
Yeah, basically how it works is like on the first 500,000 you make, you pay like 13 to 16% on the first 500,000. Anything above that, you pay 25%.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys pay more than us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's business tax. It is what it is. Like, I mean, paying 100,000 over like $1 million income, I think that's pretty okay. No, I'm not lying. The CRA is going to send me a love letter about that, and I'm going to show it to you. They send, like when you file your taxes, they send you a reassessment. That, hey, so we did a little bit of a reassessment, so you owe this much instead of what you really...
We forgot to fill box 17B.
Yeah.
In box 17B, we got another 17K, so...
Yeah.
And they don't find you.
What?
No, you
Fine? No,
just go
no.
to Spain
Yeah.
Cargo and that's it.
No, they don't fine. No.
Wow, man.
Yeah, they don't fine because they're like, okay, like, you know, maybe you made a mistake, but this is what you owe. So, oh, look at that. We're breaking
here
above
we
the high
go.
at this point. Wow. We broke above the high on the 1 hour candle. This should continue moving to like 137 here at this point. And no, I'm not taking this trade. I've decided not to take another trade for today. I'm not taking this trade. There's no FOMO. I'm not taking this trade. Oof, gold is still moving up here. GU is starting to pump up here as well. But we did break the high over here. See now, this 1 hour candle did what these candles couldn't do. And what these candles couldn't do was that these candles, when this candle came up, it respected the high of the previous candle right over here. And when this candle came up, it respected the high of the previous candle right over here. Now this gladiator over here, it broke the high of the previous candle. So now it's giving it a higher probability to continue moving bullish. Make sense? Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Seen it happen a lot of times.
Agreed.
Is it always better to let Monday do its thing? Yeah, that's fine. Just let Monday do its thing. Like the worst thing you can do is overtrade on a Monday and be just blown out for the rest of the week. That's the worst thing you can do. So listen, if someone's going in drawdown right now, just relax. Relax, just chill out and just stay calm. You know, and you have Tuesday, you have Wednesday, we're going to be here as long as I'm alive. You know, we come to the live stream tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Have you considered moving back to Pakistan as your money will be more worth a lot there? Not really. Not really. I think, oh wow, look at that.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah, this should continue moving.
Definitely gonna hit 137.
100%. 100%. Coming up towards 137, coming right up. Yeah, Sacha got the cowboy hat on. Sacha's in this trade.
I love it. You know he's in the trade for real.
Sacha's like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I just want to try
I'm gonna catch those clips.
Yeah, this should continue
So I
moving
entered
bullish.
Yeah, the auto BE. I want to see how it works.
137 should come on. It's gonna hit it.
Come on, auto BE. Auto BE.
Oh, come on, 137 coming up.
There we go.
And again, I'm not in this trade. I'm just spectating it. I'm not in this trade. People are asking me, they're sending me messages over here. I'm spectating it. Spectating is still being in a trade, you know, like mentally, this is just confirming my ideas that things do work. Oh, GU is also continuing. I think GU can come up towards 1.29780. Hey, why for this trade idea don't wait for retest? See, the market will never do things you want it to do, you know, like sometimes we do know that GJ, it doesn't do retests, it just continues on, which is where the idea of impulse entries, it basically originated. Oh, see you tomorrow. I thought you were coming today. Tomorrow's going to be raining, man. It's a nice sunny day here today. So, like, you know, if you trade retests, then maybe you're waiting for price to come down and create a support. If price doesn't create a support, then there's no trade for you, right? That's the part of the game. But if you understand impulse entries, then this was the trade right over here as we were talking about it earlier for price to continue on towards 137. And impulse entries, they take a lot of experience to grasp, you know, so it's totally okay. Give it time. I mean, I understood impulse entries after 2 years. You know, 2 years and now we're here. So sad. We try to rush trades, and when we see it clear, we can't trade anymore because we reached our limit of trades. All good. I will keep that in mind for next time. Yep. So sad. The thing is, whenever candles are forming and whenever you're seeing some sort of a structure in candles, what's going to happen is that sometimes you may not see what you really want to see. Sometimes, you know, the candles may be like a little bit confusing, you know, they may not print in a way you want them to print. And when you start forcing trades, you're going to start losing trades. And what's going to happen is that when candles do form the way you want them to form, you won't have enough confidence in yourself to execute on that idea. That's very important, man. You need to have confidence at that point. So if you see here, candles is retracing at this point, and the reason why it's retracing because we had rejections here. So as long as now the 15 minutes stays above 136.850, I think whoever's in a buy over here, you still have a high probability for price to continue up towards 137. Yeah, man. How do you determine rejection wicks and wick fill? So these are going to be wick fills if price closes above, if stays above 136.850. But if it closes below 136.850, then these wicks become rejection wicks. I took this trade on impulse with a 0.02 lot. Ooh, 0.02 lot. Let's take a look here. Oh, gold, beautiful. 1908. That's pretty nice. 1908.
I've been like one pip away from auto BE.
I get it, Raja, but my question ultimately is, what is your goals in trading? What's the future for your trading? See, my entire goal with trading is to, now slowly what I'm doing is I'm moving into property development. That's what I'm moving into slowly. So I'm using all this money to go into, like, you know, getting pre-construction homes. Once I get around, you know, 4 or 5 homes under me, I'm just going to stop trading at that point, because then I'm going to be making a income which can, you know, sustain my bills, so to speak, and really build on that wealth. So that's going to happen in the next, I'd say, like 5 years, 6 years. So the income generated from those properties, then I can really start, like, you know, getting like nice cars and stuff like that. Because right now, spending money on something expensive, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know. Like, I want to be able to spend the money which is coming due to automation, not from earned income, you know, from like passive income. So always remember this, always get good things from passive income rather than earned income. Property will depreciate? Question mark. No, property never depreciates. Never ever property depreciates. You have to look at it this way. We have land, right? I mean, of course, like some land is in like you know, not so good parts, and that depreciates, but you have to get land in like developing areas. So, you know, land prices always go up. They never come down.
Land is always limited, so.
Yeah, exactly. Are you looking to flip property or rental property? That's something I'm torn apart. Like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like, mostly it's just pre-construction right now. So that, like, the thing is here in Canada, if you get a closing in like 2 years, you can easily make like 100,000 on it, 100,000, 120,000, something like that. So, I mean, when you get like two pre-construction deals like that, and once they closed in 2 years, that's like a bonus income you're getting, and then you can use that to get in something bigger or get in some more, so slowly you can build your portfolio around that. So we'll see what happens. Oh wow, look at this. This candle is about to close. 15-minute candle also closed. 15-minute candle closed above this area. Now, this is a very good... Now there's a very high probability for price to continue moving bullish. But now, at the same time, it needs to stay above this breakout candle. Now, this 15-minute candle, this becomes your breakout candle. So for this candle to continue moving bullish, you need it to stay above the low of the breakout candle here. Are there capital gain tax deferred programs in Canada? Yeah, I think there are. I mean, if you get properties for investment purposes or for like your business purposes, I think you can get around that, but I'm not sure. I have to talk to my accountant. I mean, if you look at it this way, right? The entire society, I mean, everyone's constantly working towards, I would say like 90% of people in this stream right now, I mean, if you're like grown ups, you have a house, or like our whole motive is to get our mortgage done. Get your mortgage done, you own your own home, that's it. Now, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, like, what, my biggest bill is my mortgage, it's like $3,000 a month. The banks set it up in a way so you can't pay it all off in one go as well. So that's $3,000 a month. So our whole goal is to get that down. Once that's down, man, you have no bills at all. You have zero bills. So I think it's a very good idea to just focus on small bills at a time. What's this? As long as you roll your profits into the next property, you don't have to pay capital gains tax. That's true. That is absolutely true. So within the next year, I will have no savings at all because all that money is going to go in property. At first I used to think that the bigger my bank account is, the better off I'm going to be, but no, that's not the case. I mean, of course, it's nice to have a number growing in your bank account, but if it's not working for you, then there's no use for that. I mean, yeah, there's no use for that. You can't buy your house in Canada in full. No. When you get mortgage, there are like terms and conditions, right? So the terms we had to agree with was to pay that at most we can pay like 15% a year. So I think every year I can pay a lump sum of like 60 to 70,000 a year, but not the whole thing. Those are like terms of the mortgage. The house was like 840,000, so obviously I didn't have 840,000 laying around.
Like Pablo Escobar.
Paying off the mortgage is like trading becomes easy. You just don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Anthony.
Plus, I mean, in order to pay off our mortgage early, we paid it off 12 years early, and we had to pay something like 15 grand. You'd think they'd want the money, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's pretty good. 12 years early. That's actually goals for like a lot of people out there.
Took some doing, but it got done.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Once you get that letter saying that your mortgage has been paid off, but that's like the happiest thing.
Yeah, your wife got that letter, not me.
Your wife. I know, Anthony. Your wife probably got that letter. Like, Anthony, you're sleeping with me tonight.
Max, sometimes I just don't understand how or why you say things. I mean, where did these ideas come from?
Anthony, bro, I don't know.
Sometimes I just don't understand. I just don't know, man. That's why you're my friend,
Yeah. My bad, Anthony. No jokes.
I'm scared, man. Scared.
I'm about to get one of those lamps you got.
That was a really funny, unfunny joke, you know?
Yeah. You know I'm playing, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I think everybody should go out and buy Philips Hue lights.
Yeah. And get Google Alexa.
Ooh, look at this 15-minute here. We're moving up. We should get up to 137. You know what I think? I think the reason why the banks give you a limit on how much you can put down every year is because they want you to stay with them to get interest payments.
Commissions and everything.
That's it.
From your account and
yeah.
It's the same thing with credit cards.
There's no other reason. Because there's no other reason because the thing is so we looked at this, right? So like if someone they have like a regular job, you know, they'll get a much better interest rate because the banks know that there is no way they can pay this whole thing off within the next 10 years or 12 years. So they'll get a much better interest rate. Someone like who's self-employed or who runs a business, who works for themselves, they'll get a much higher interest rate because the banks know that this guy has a much higher probability to pay the whole thing off. So we want to milk him as much as possible. You know, that's why they get a higher interest rate. Like I got a much higher interest rate than regular people. So they're like blood-sucking vampires. Can you imagine? So it looks like this day here was a non-trading day here for me. I took one trade, it was a loss. And that's about it. But this should continue moving up. We got the 30-minute candle here. 30-minute candle is closing about 136.850. And yeah, it's in a very good position to continue moving as long as it stays above. I'd say as long as it stays above this breakout candle on a 30-minute time frame. You guys ever host a live evening session? Not me, but there is Trading with Paul. Trading with Paul hosts Asian sessions. Why don't you take this buy, Raja, considering this was your original bias anyways? The reason I didn't take this buy was because I took a trade in the Asian session. So that was my one trade. And then I took another trade in this New York session, which was a loss. So that was my second trade. So I have to respect my rules, you know. So that's why I'm not taking a third trade. Some people have taken 5 trades and 6 trades and they're regretting it, or I don't know, but you know, you really gotta respect your own rules. Because your rules, man, listen, people send me trading plans every day. Every day I see at least 2 trading plans. And all those trading plans are winning trading plans. You know, but as long as you don't follow them, they're not going to be winning trading plans. So you have to follow your trading plans. You know, if it says we'll take 2 trades a day, just focus on 2 trades a day. What time do you sleep every day? Around like 11, 11:30? I'm up at like 5:30, 5:45. The buy I took in Asian session was right over here. When we started creating a support at this point to continue going bullish. Can't wait to see Raja's Insta story later with another 2 trades and 3 grand profit. No. The only profit I have so far is 869. That's it. Are you worried about the effects of the C virus on Canada's housing prices? They passed out billions in CERB paired with 40% of the restaurant industry. I don't know, man. I think the government doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They're giving out money, they're printing money to give out to people, and people are happy they're getting money, but they don't understand I mean, inflation is going up, and when inflation goes up, price of goods go up. When price of goods go up, it gets harder for you to buy things, you know, and especially when the pay is not increasing and the price of goods is heading up, then it just doesn't make any sense, right? So I don't know what the government's doing. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, every day I wake up and the prime minister is there giving out millions. He's literally giving out millions to different causes. And man, the government is still in so much debt right now and they're giving out millions every day. It's just a big disaster. I think the Illuminati, they have something at play at this point.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Everything with the P-Dem, dog. Calling it the P-Dem pandemic. Some guy is a 15-year-old trader. How can you trade at 15? At 15, I was playing man.
Look at this. This candle's about to close. 15-minute candle's about to close. 30-minute candle's about to close. Closing about 136.850. Very high probability to continue moving bullish. As Trump's health is not improving, will this have an effect on GJ? Probably not, because Trump is not related to the pound. Maybe with the yen a little bit, but I'm not sure. But it's going to be, I don't know. Like we can't have a sick president. You know, but at the same time, I mean, there are a lot of things happen in 2020 which we didn't want them to happen. So anything can happen at this point. When he announced he had the C market dropped, yes. According to Rich Dad Poor Dad, debt isn't bad. It's actually a tool to get richer. I don't know if I agree with Rich Dad Poor Dad that debt is a tool to get richer. I mean, you can be rich without debt, you know. Plus also, it was said in a very different context than that.
What are you gonna work out today?
I'm probably gonna do legs. My knee was giving me some problems for the last week, but I think it's getting better a little bit.
You gonna go with Jeevan or no?
No, Gartik and Jeevan, if Jeevan is awake.
You know, Jeevan is not as well.
Yeah, if I can't do legs, I'm probably gonna do triceps.
I'm so sore.
Yeah, triceps, and I'm gonna hit the heavy bag today.
Probably just do
We're
cardio.
gonna see in a kimono, man.
What?
A kimono? With a black belt.
Oh, GU is also continuing bullish. GJ will continue on towards 137 here as we move towards NYC Open. Whoever's in trades at this point, I think you're in a very good position for price to continue moving bullish to 137.
Yeah, you could just work out just one month, so you can work out arms every day if you want to. And traps.
Looking only to sell. I think good sells are going to be below 136.500. Yeah, we have clean range over here for sells. This is now a tighter range here. It's like a 13, 14 pip range. But range below 136.500 is even bigger. It's like a 20 pip range. I sold here earlier, right over here, expecting price to continue down this bigger range, but it formed a support, right? So this range became smaller now. 30-minute candle has closed. 4-hour candle has also closed. 4-hour candle has closed bullish. 1-hour candle has closed bullish. 30-minute candle closed bullish. Very high probability for price to continue on towards 137, mate. 137 to the T. Let's take a look at this chart. Now we have a strong 1 hour support confirmed down over here. If 1 hour closes above 840, also mean 4 hour bullish. There's a potential to see continuation at NYC open. Yes, that is correct. How can you trade with elevator music? Whenever you're in an elevator, right? Notice how calm you are. You're very calm. You know you have to wait for the elevator to reach your floor. The same thing goes with the music here, right? When you're listening to elevator music while you're trading, you gotta stay calm. You're calm. You're waiting for candles to close the way you want them to close. You're just waiting and anticipating, and then you take a trade, right? So it's a very calm music here, the elevator music. So believe. You're not looking at my chart. You need to send a chart first to look at it. What's your thoughts on AUD USD? I have no thoughts on AUD USD. I don't look at AUD USD, so I think you need to send a chart. Leave a like on this stream, or markets will crash before you're able to put a stop loss. Oh, okay. Let's do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are slowly continuing up to 137. 137 coming right up.
6 more pipas.
After a little bit of a struggle down over here, we're continuing up towards 137.
Finally, the auto be activated.
What's the difference between NY and NYC? NY, New York, is a state. NYC, New York City, is a city in that state. But when you're talking about NY Open is the New York Open. That's when the currency's open. And NYC is the New York Stock Exchange Open at 9:30.
Damn, somebody asked you what's the difference between NY and NYC? Oh, NYSE.
Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Beautiful, beautiful. 5-minute. Beautiful, beautiful. Coming up towards 137, 136, 980, 982, 978. Can we get 137, 137, 136?
Thank you.
Come on. 993, 993. Can we get 137, 137 coming up. 137, 136, 992, 993, 994. 994. Do we have 995? 137! We reached the targets. Oh, there was a horn playing too.
Where's the
yes,
horn?
you guys. Yeah, and it was playing on the gulag.
Ah.
Oh, damn.
Beautiful. BEA beautiful 137. So see how this happened after 2 hours. 2 hours of waiting, we had price move up. 2 full hours over here. Yeah, I just had to be patient, man. 2 full hours. I didn't take this trade because I already, took 2 trades for today, so I just spectated this coming up. And it played really well. Even GU here, GU also reached target here, 1.29780. Right here. Be honest, you took that trade. Nope, I didn't take that trade. I did not take that trade. Can we break down this trade? Yes. So you can watch the recap and you can basically break down. I mean, we broke the whole trade down as it was happening. The first idea was the 1 hour candle breaking the high of the previous 1 hour candle and having a higher probability to continue going up. And then we had stops based on a 30-minute. 30-minute closed above, and then anticipated the next candle to continue on towards 137 and beyond. And that's what's happening right now. Beautiful. Man, if whoever was in this trade in the gulag and these explanations helped you a little bit, give a like on the stream, because you know it helps a lot of people to come to these streams and learn the proper way. So let's do that right now. Do you think it will continue or come back to make a lower wick on the 4-hour? No idea. At this point, if you're in trades, secure positions, leave a runner running, because you know it's GJ, it can continue moving up. Let's take a look here on the 4-hour time frame, right? So the target, my potential target is around 137,400. Because if we look on the 1-hour time frame, and if we look to the left hand side, let's go to the left here, right? We go to the left hand side, look where price is right now. Price is at 137,040, and we have a resistance at 137,400. So if we go down to the 30-minute time frame, and if you look left here a little bit, see right here. So maybe there may be some sort of a rejection at 137, 150, but after that, there's a clean move all the way up towards 137, 400. So let's go back to where we were, right here. So this was the trade right here. Wow, man, after 2 hours we got this break. That was a pretty long
a lot of patience.
Yeah. What do you think about candles that don't create bottom wicks? It is what it is. When candles don't create bottom wicks, that basically means that the volume heading up was so bullish that it couldn't even come down to make a bottom wick.
And talking like fundamentally, GJ should be heading down, no? With the lockdowns and all of that.
Fundamentally, yeah, but technically right now we're bullish.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brexit news is they're in sort of final negotiations, you know, and I think that might be pushing things up as well.
Well, they have a meeting today, right?
Yeah, I think it's this week. I think they're having. So I think they're having, and I think the Germans have been quite. They're giving out signs, you know, like ambassadors and bits and bobs are giving out quite positive signs that they'll come to some kind of agreement. So if there is, that means business as usual, and that's all looking good for the pound, you know?
Right.
I see. Thanks.
If you see on the 1 hour, like how GJ just broke out,
Mm-hmm.
people are saying that you might get a pullback. That, you know, it could happen. It could not happen.
Yep. A good pullback is going to be price coming down, creating a support, and then continuing up. Right now, there's no buys, there's no sells. The buys were down over here when we were talking about it. And if you've missed it, you've missed it. Let's take a look at this chart here. Oh wow, look at this. Entry as the 30-minute break and close above resistance. Secured 85% at 13 pips. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at this trade here. Ooh, very nice. 30-minute chart. This is also perfect. Stops below the 30-minute candle and price went straight up. So I think at this point, if someone's, you know, took like one trade or two trades, just call it a day. It's Monday, just call it a day, you know, like have fun. what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna get a little feedback, and then I'm gonna head to the gym here soon.
Can we get 1,000 likes? I'm getting like kind of OCD with the 625.
Where did you and Uncle Ted learn your Forex strategies from? Any certain book? No, not really. There were no books. It was just charts. Just watching. It was basically like, if you see a move like this on GJ, right? See a move like this on GJ after ranging. So basically start to look at that and say that, okay, how could we have taken this trade? And then we start to break it down with respect to candles, with respect to times, with respect to wicks forming, and all those ideas. You always start to look at it, okay, if I missed this trade, how could I have been in this trade? Because guess what? These opportunities is going to happen again and again and again and again. You know, but the problem is, will this same opportunity happen tomorrow? Probably not. Will this happen next week? We're not sure. You know, so for you to get really comfortable with this particular setup, you need to see this happen at least 10, 15 times. And that's where, it takes weeks. It takes months. And then you have a much beautiful outcome when you've really seen that same thing happen. But man, I'm trying to speak like Trump over here, as Trump goes like this.
For real.
Need to see this happen. D. You said Ted is a unicorn. Yeah, that was like an hour and a half ago. How do you feel stealing a lot of controller techniques, stealing from an innocent?
These comments are so ballistic. They're ballistic, dude.
Yeah,
they just go straight to the heart. Boom.
Yeah, I like it.
From a little kid, man. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Hey, if you have plans to move away from trading, how is the lifetime subscription works? Please, but there will be no more lifetime subscription. So what I'm going to do is, so November 8th, this is the last date for, people to lock in their lifetime subscription. After that, moving forward, I want to step away from, getting in new people. So it's probably going to be lifetime subscription to either the digital drive or to Slack, not both things. So it's going to be something like that, or maybe it's going to be like on a 6 month, and then that's it, cut off after 6 months. So see what happens. But I'm really trying to get away from getting in new people for next year, and then just focus on what we have right now, and then I have to focus on building my assets.
Yeah, just focusing on me, myself. You take at least like 70% of your time.
Me, myself, and the gulag.
Yeah. I got Shane, gulag trader. He's the captain, assigned captain of the gulag.
Yeah,
anybody spot me, he gonna get blocked.
Yeah. Do you think trading is not sustainable long term? The reason you want to stop trading once you have your multiple properties? No, I think trading is sustainable long term. It's just going to be like very less trading at that point. Very, very less trading. Trading is definitely sustainable, but I don't see myself trading for the next, 5 years more or 10 years more. I want to move on to something much bigger at this point. And I think it's much better when you tell someone, oh yeah, I have multiple properties, rather than say, oh yeah, I'm a trader. Because when you tell them I'm a trader, they're like, oh, do you lose a lot? That's the first question they ask. So how much you've lost so far? But when you tell them I own a lot of, a couple of properties, then they're like, oh yeah, oh, how'd you do that? So. But when people ask me right now, what do you do? I tell them I'm a risk manager. And when they say risk manager for what? I just say I'm a risk manager for a gulag fund. That's exactly what I tell them.
Nah,
Let's
you
manage
did
for
it.
the Gulag Fund. And then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah,
Okay, the commissary. Okay.
the Gulag Fund. Someone is asking, wouldn't that be like leaving a lot of money on the table? No. You know what? In life, when you're greedy, things just don't work most times when you're greedy. It doesn't work. Sometimes, I close positions, and after I close positions, price moves another 40 pips, 30 pips. And am I worried about leaving money on the table? Not at all, because I secured what I wanted to secure. Even with trading, like once I try to like really like cut down my trading, I know I'm leaving money on the table, but at the same time, I've secured what I wanted to secure. So, when people talk about, oh, you have to make big gains in trading, do this, it's not sustainable. Because here's the thing, right? In this, now I've been in the trading education space for a very long time, like education plus trading at the same time, and I've seen it all. When I first started, what I saw was that people were trying to sell like a lifestyle, or they were trying to sell these massive gains, and when I saw that as like a grown up, and I was like, man, this doesn't make any sense. Like, that's just trying to sell greed, that's trying to sell a dream. So when I was like, posting my analysis and the reason why I took trades and all those webinar stuff, so my whole idea was that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do something different. Not selling a lifestyle, but sell value. And this is value right here. When you come to the live streams, you get a lot of value here. When I started live streams, there was another person, Nemo Profits. If you guys remember Nemo Profits, he has basically blocked me on Instagram here. He started the live streams at the same time, and his live streams were $120 a month. Can you believe that?
Stop playing for real.
Yeah, they were $120 a month, but they were only on Wednesdays.
Only on Wednesdays.
Only on Wednesdays. They were only on Wednesdays.
So 4 streams for $120.
4 streams for $120 a month. That's it.
Oh, what a scam. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, straight scam.
And then,
hey, Rakeel.
Hey.
What was it when he was selling binaries?
No.
Binary thing?
No.
That's some other guy.
No. That's some other guy.
Are you talking about Nino?
No, that's Nino.
Yeah, we're talking about a different person here.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay.
Like the movie Nemo? The little fish that can't swim?
Yeah,
I saw them.
Yeah, so it was like $120 a month, and then he told me once, man, listen, I'm gonna run you out of business. I'm like, how can you run something out of business when it's not even a business?
That's not even making money.
Yeah, exactly, right? And
so
then
you go to the corner store and you see the homeless person. It's like, I'm gonna take your property.
Yeah. So, and that's what happened. I mean, when people see that, they're like, okay, at one area we have this lemonade stand, which is giving us amazing lemonade for nothing. And in the other corner, we have a lemonade stand that's giving us lemonade for only like an hour a day for a much higher price. Of course, people will go to a lemonade stand who's giving it for nothing, right? I mean, just free information. Shout out to Kenya. Hey, shout out to Kenya. If you
Alright, he's going on timeout.
If you're not profitable within the next year, don't even care about what's going to happen in 5 years. See that now. Here's the thing. This is October right now, right? This is October. If someone's out there listening to, so this is going to be my last rant here before I leave here. So if someone's looking to get consistent, right? Think about this. When you go to university, it takes you 6 months to end a semester, right? In 6 months, you realize how well you did in that semester, and then they decide whether you can move on to the next semester or not. Same thing with your jobs. At the end of the year, you get a performance report, and then you get a bonus based on how well you did. Trading, the same thing. So it's October right now. You have full month of November. Let's write off December because it's holidays and there might not be volume and whatever, but we'll see what happens. Then you move on to January, February, March. So you have 5 months, you know. So I have people telling me that, hey man, like, you know what, I'm having problems getting consistent. And I'm like, okay, like, you know what, focus on 1 trade a day or 2 trades a day till March 2021. And I can guarantee you 110% you will be at some form of like a level of consistency by March 2021 if you only focus on 1 or 2 trades a day till March 2021. Because man, think about this, right? Whoever started trading in 2020, their whole goal was to change all their bad habits in 2020 and be consistent in 2020. Guess what happened? Nothing happened. You know, you're still at the same stage as you were in 2019, 2018, 2017. Nothing changed. You know, and think how fast this whole year went. You know, it feels like 2020 just started yesterday. We're at October 2020 now. You know, so March 2021 is going to be here tomorrow. So if you focus on 1 or 2 trades now, man, you're going to be at a completely different level financially and well, it may not be financially because your account may not be that big, but mentally, trading wise, you're going to be on a different level by March 2021. So give it time. 1 or 2 trades a day, give it time to March 2021.
That's true.
Yeah, make this a goal. Trust me, make this a goal. I've been really disciplined since this whole year started. You know, I've documented all my trades for March, April, May, June, July, August, September, everything documented just to prove that it works. You know, so just March 2021, man. Trust me, before we know it, March 2021 is going to be here, and then I'm going to see who was consistent and who wasn't consistent. And I'm going to say the same thing. Look how fast time passed.
All right, I'm out. Bye, everybody.
Yep. Take care, everyone. I'm going to head off too here. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Shukriya. Adios.